Our next candidate is running for Congress for 2024, looking to unseat a 20-year incumbent. He is a person with real-world experience from all across the country. I'd like to introduce you to your Republican candidate for Texas Congressional District Number 9, Andrew Alvarez.
First things first, everybody say cheese. Awesome.
We gotta do a selfie.
Oh yeah, I gotta do the selfie. Wait, time out.
Your cameraman.
Right? Here we go. Say cheese.
Cheese.
Awesome. So I'm gonna start off by saying Congress is broken. You think, right? I had a big old long speech because I thought this was going to be a little bit longer, so I'm going to cut it down a whole lot. I'm going to go to a couple key points that I have right now. I'm going to get a little interactive with you. Raise your hands nice and high if you think someone who's been in office, or power as I like to say, for 40 years is too long. Absolutely. 2 hands. Okay. 30 years. 20 years. The incumbent in District 9, whose name is Al Green, he will be in office for 20 years if we allow him to get elected again. We need to change that, and that's what I'm looking to do, is change it to make sure he's not in power for that long. So some of the key issues that I have, one is education. Just like the school board candidate Faye and Eduardo mentioned, I totally believe in Libre. I stood with you in Austin fighting for ESA. I testified there. I was there for 15 hours doing that. I totally believe that. Now, why does that matter at the federal level? Back in my 8th grade social studies year, I remember my coach, my middle school football coach, was my social studies teacher, and he taught us about the power of the purse string. We've got candidates out there right now for mayor. I'm not going to give her name any clout. She is running for mayor on the platform of TEA taking over HISD, when she had the power to prevent that with making sure the funds that were federally allocated were used correctly. Our military is key to me. I tried to join the military. I was 450 pounds. The recruiter said, lose 100 pounds, you can get in. We'll put you in the fat camp. I blew up my shoulder, then I blew up my knee. I couldn't do it. But my son, in June, next month, he is going off to boot camp, to the Army. Doing something I could not do, and I'm so proud of him. But have you seen the United States military? Have you seen our recruitment videos?
Yes.
Have you seen China's and Russia's recruitment videos? Even better yet, have you seen the mandate that has gone out that our U.S. Navy has to endure a drag show?
Oh, yeah.
That needs to change. That thing, yes. Border security. Title 42 just ended. There has already been an influx of immigrants. Now I'm going to say, I don't speak Spanish. Part of it was because unknowingly, and I'll talk about this freely now because both of my parents are passed away a couple years ago, but unknowingly, as a little kid, I was a pawn. The ploy was we would go, drive to Mexico, pick up somebody who had dental work over there. And I was a little kid in the back seat who couldn't understand Spanish when the Border Patrol agent tried to talk to me, so we brought them over. Illegally. Was that right? No. But now, we got the slaves, the child sex slaves that are happening. Now, we've got thousands of people dying in the desert. I trained a car dealership, and that's what I do for a living. I train car dealerships in McAllen and then in El Paso. In McAllen, I was literally almost on an episode of Border Wars because we went to the border to go check it out. There was a helicopter You know, that in that the head first attack position, coming up from behind the river, and we heard automatic gunfire across the border, shooting at them. That was in McAllen. El Paso, total different vibe. I was safe. Nothing was going to hurt me in El Paso. Do y'all know the difference? Raise your hand if you think you know the difference. El Paso has a wall. El Paso has a wall. Border security is of most importance. Education. I am fighting for everybody here. Even though y'all may not be in my district is right across the street, and I believe I'm going to be the best candidate because Congress, U.S. House, has a primary election. And I believe I'm going to be the best candidate because I can reach those swing voters. This district has a 34% swing voter rate. Not to mention all the Latinos that don't go out and vote. We need to go out there and reach them. Why do I think I can reach them? I wasn't always Republican or conservative. I voted for Obama the first time. Just the first time. That made me convert. That made me convert.
We forgive you.
We forgive me, okay.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? But I am the host. I'm the host of a podcast called The Latino Conservative. I've been on Fox and Friends 4 times. I have a cease and desist letter from our Vice President, Kamala Harris, for calling her out because I believe in my conservative values. But having grown up and having been part of a Democrat family, I understand they're people too. That's why I really consider myself conservative. I actually don't like the term GOP. Grand Old Party or politics, right?
Grand Old Party. Yep.
Grand Old Party. Because that term, old. Old party and old politics is what got this country into the mess it's in right now. It's time we change that. It's time we fix that. Time we get all of these old politicians out of office and get some new blood in there.
Amen.
My name is Andrew Alvarez. I'm running for U.S. House in Texas District 9. Visit my website. It's the best way to get information about me, www.aaforcongress.com. Thank you.
You did good.
I wanted to ask, I know you just announced a few months ago, but what's the process? Do you have any block walking that you need help with? How can people help you get your word out? I know this district has a lot of precincts that are unmanned, but what needs to happen and what's key with all the candidates here today is that we need to help y'all mobilize. We need to get the word out for y'all because y'all are great candidates. The message is there. The enthusiasm is there. The skills, the experience, y'all carry so much potential. But what can we do as voters, as people in the community that can help all of y'all?
Yes. Yes. It's the best answer. So I have a way to contact me on the website. It's a form that I'm using to collect volunteer information. But if you don't get a chance to go to the website or fill it out, or if you just want to get out there, follow my Facebook page. I'm real heavy in the digital space. That's what this area is about anyway. It's about digital and, obviously door knocking as well. I've door knocked for Latinos for Trump, did some volunteer work for him. I door knocked for Greg Abbott in Brazoria County. That's where I live, by the way. That's part of the district. I door knocked for Mr. Jimmy Leon, for Johnny Teague. If I can get a little bit of reciprocity back, that would be great. But really, if you go to my website, sign up to volunteer there. It's a way that I can reach out to you. I'm going to really start heavy door knocking campaigns, probably closer to November. And I say that because November elections, we've got the city elections here for our school board. I don't want to mix up the message. So after those elections into the primaries in March is where I'm going to start doing some heavy door knocking. But in the meantime, on Facebook, go share a post that I post on there. I'll do some funny stuff on there. I might even share some recipes, because I'm just a regular guy, just like everybody else. You know, I don't live in a mansion. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. Half of my paycheck goes to child support and rent. So I'm with y'all. Yeah, so I know how that is. So I'm just saying, you know, I'm just like y'all. I might post some funny stuff every now and then. So just go share some stuff. Help the digital side of it first, and then closer to when the weather starts getting a little cooler, we'll go do some door knocking. Thank you. Yes.
Again, I don't have a question, but I have a comment. I like what you said. You said about keeping them in the office for such a long time. If we want something different, we have to do something different. We cannot keep doing the same thing, expect a different result. So we've got to stand up and do something different and take action. Stop speaking and start doing it.
Yes. Well, thank you, Andrew.
1, 2, 3.
Ya no más!